The Man Above My House by Gabriel Micah. There is the silence of oceans and the unending silence of space. There is a welcome to tranquility and a serenity in the everlasting quiet of death. Yet within the silences, fear will resonate across the universe. If you listen closely, you can make out these pleas for help, cries, lost in the shrill noise of this world. But in this vacuum of ignorance, the faintest of whispers goes unheard. They say there is no sound, no voice, no cry in all of the universe that can be heard, until someone listens. Tonight, someone is listening. The first sound I heard was not a whisper, not a creak, but the muffled crunch of footsteps above my head. Slow, deliberate, and impossibly heavy, as if the sky itself had come down to inspect the shingles on my roof. For a moment, the wind held its breath. The snow stopped falling. Every light in the room seemed to flicker at once, as though the darkness outside was waiting for instructions. I sat in my chair, remote in hand, the glow of the television washing the room in a flickering blue light. There was a Christmas movie playing on, one of those endless, looping reruns that made the holidays feel like purgatory. The laughter on the screen was hollow and had no emotion. It echoed against the windows like it was attempting to distract you from the bad screenplay. Then another step. Closer, I muted the TV. The silence hit like a hammer in an empty room. The next sound came from the chimney, a low drag, like something feeling its way down brick by brick. The metal flue rattled, the ashes stirred, a voice slipped through the cracks, quiet as falling dust. "You still awake down there?" It wasn't the kind of voice that wanted a real answer. It just wanted to know who could keep a secret. I told myself it was my imagination. The wind. An animal. A trick the mind plays with acoustics and dark shadows. But lies only work when you believe them faster than the truth reveals itself. The house was too still, too wary. The snow outside wasn't melting against the window panes just as fast as it was freezing, sealing everything in like a present for someone. Or something. That something moved again above me. I could hear the weight shifting, claws perhaps, or boots, grinding against the shingles. Then a thud. The chimney groaned, and something began to press through it. A gloved hand reached down, with long, skinny fingers, the fabric twitching as if it were breathing on its own. When the face followed, I wished I kept my hands over my eyes. That hadn't bothered look. It was in the shape of Santa Claus, but wrong, like a memory of someone on mushrooms or something that didn't quite understand the stories. The beard wasn't even a beard, it was a nest of pale fibers, slick and pulsing with faint red light, like glowing veins feeding a limb. Its eyes were deep and black, but shiny enough to reflect my movements. It smiled with the mouth of someone who had practiced with the use of self-help books. "Ho, ho, ho," it murmured. I ran. The door wouldn't open. The lock turned, but it was frozen shut. The windows were mirrors of dark ice now, reflecting my panic back at me like the truth I was too slow to hide from before. The Christmas lights outside flickered again, faster now, pulsing red and green in time with my heartbeat. I could hear the creature climbing down, slow, confident, humming something that might have been a carol if the words hadn't been lost to the fog. I stumbled into the kitchen. My letter to Santa was still taped to the fridge, written in purple crayon. "Please bring something to believe in again." Something slammed against the wall from the other side. Dust fell from the ceiling. I looked up just in time to see the attic door ease open gently, as if invited to do so. Cold air spilled out, much colder than winter air, too cold to be breath. The smell that came with it wasn't rot exactly, but something close, like the scent of old milk hitting the back and front of your sinuses at the same time. I heard movement above, scraping across the rafters. I stepped back, but the floor groaned beneath my feet, like the house was breathing in time with whatever crawled overhead. The Christmas tree lights began to blink faster, then all at once, and stopped. Everything went still. It dropped from the ceiling. Not all at once, but its limbs stretching out first with one leg at a time. Face descending last, smile forming before it finally hit the ground. The imitation Santa straightened itself upright, tilting its head, studying me with a kind of childish curiosity. Its beard writhed as it spoke. "You've been good," it said softly, but with a lung full of breath. "So good at pretending." The lights outside burst, one by one, the house plunging into darkness. I heard the wind return, howling now, dragging the snow and branches sideways against the walls of the house. The thing took a step forward as I took one back. Its face changed with each flicker of the dying bulbs, sometimes jolly, sometimes human-like, sometimes nothing at all but the shiny darkness. When the final light went out, I could still hear it. The breathing, the claws tapping, the quiet, breathy voice whispering from every corner of the dark. They found my house the next morning, lights still strung but none working. No footprints led away, only to the windows stopping short of the glass. The fire was out, but the stockings were full. Inside one, they found a tooth. In another, my letter, folded and covered in ash. And scrawled across the living room wall, written in soot, were the words, "Where your shadow ends and your soul begins, the night breaks. In the absence of light, these pieces take form. Santa is coming, and he knows you've been naughty.